My name is Jodi Berlin, and I'm a patient at the house clinic. I was diagnosed in 1981. I didn't really have any symptoms at the time, but I was diagnosed because my brother had been diagnosed and my mother had NF2. Having NF2 presents several challenges. Obviously, losing one's hearing it's a big hurdle to cross. And when you lose your hearing, you lose a sense of self and a sense of community. So when I started to use the ABI with, of course, benefit and getting used to it, it allowed me to feel part of society. Because with NF2, I just sort of disappeared. At first, my ABI sounded sort of like synthesizer voices. And it took a while for me to interpret those voices into the appropriate sounds. And some sounds I can hear a lot more clearer than others. For example, I have dogs, and I can hear the different barks. Each dog has a different bark, and I can tell the different dogs barking, even if I'm not in the room, which is pretty amazing. It took a year to adapt, because at first, going from deafness to having sound was a very strange adjustment, meaning it was a little uncomfortable. Music, I hear music, but I cannot distinguish what the instruments are. I can't distinguish when somebody is singing versus when there's a musical instrument. But I hear the music, and I think that the clarity of music seems to improve with time. So even though right now there's a lot of limitations in that regard, I have hope and faith that I will be able to really distinguish the sounds with time. Dr. Slattery is my favorite doctor ever. And he not only has amazing expertise in his field of medicine, but he has a wonderful bedside manner. He makes me feel like a person, not just a patient. And the beauty of that is, even though I feel like I'm the number one patient, my friends who see him also feel the same way. And that is just beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to experience, and very rare. Steve Otto is the maestro. He's pretty amazing. To help somebody with something so difficult like an ABI is a gift, I think, that he has. So Steve Otto makes me feel comfortable when I'm discussing my ABI or trying to adjust the settings or what have you. So he has a wonderful manner as well. I am so blessed to be a patient at the house clinic, because when I think back to when I was losing my hearing, I didn't think that I would want to continue on if I lost my hearing. But the house clinic and the doctors and the staff were so compassionate and knowledgeable that my hope was restored, and I was able to enjoy life again. Of course, it was a different way of living, but I was hopeful once again. If I could tell the newly diagnosed with NF2, I would suggest going to the house clinic, because the knowledge of the doctors is superior. And having that knowledge is very helpful and powerful when you're diagnosed with a debilitating disorder, going someplace that knows your condition. So in other words, I would just tell the newly diagnosed that there is hope out there and to have faith, because technology is improving all the time. And you couple that technology with doctors who really care, it makes a huge difference. So I would say, never give up.